Hi, I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads, and this is my 5th installment of my attempt at shopping my stash as part of my low spend year. I am trying my best to look at things I already own and use them instead of things that I want to get that I probably already kind of have. So here I'm going to be chatting about my 5 non-bookish most wanted and the 5 books that I most desire as well. And then at the end, I'm going to add it all up together to see how much money I would have spent had I bought all of the items, and then convince myself that that's how much money I've saved, because that's how I'm logicking things. First up is a mug. It is this gorgeous mug from Le Creuset. It is slightly larger than a standard mug. I believe it's 400 mils. It is £16.99 and it looks like a marshmallow turned into a mug. This colour is stunning, and I also really just like the design and the fact that it fits a smidge more coffee, because I'm not opposed to having a slightly larger cup. I love this mug, but I also have many mugs because I love mugs. And I mean, I've even got a mug downstairs that I got. It's an Aladdin mug that came out when the film Aladdin came out. And that mug, I believe, is from 1993? 1993 maybe? Either way, it is more than 20 years old and I still have it. The colour changing bit doesn't work, but that's just to say that I keep mugs until they die and they will last me forever. So I do not need any more mugs. And I looked at my stash and was like, what do I have that is kind of like this gorgeous marshmallow mug? And I was like, you already have a Le Creuset mug. It's gorgeous. It's orange. I like the colour orange, with like perfect colour for summer, and you know, I'm an autumn girly, so it's perfect. And it's 350 mils. So it's not quite the 400, but it does the trick and I love this. We actually have 2 of these. One of them has like a little like flaw, which I love, and it's got like a little almost like raw cut on the handle. That's pretty. And we have Le Creuset espresso mugs, so it's not like I don't have mugs and Le Creuset, so I can fulfill that need with what I already have, this gorgeous mug that I like to have my morning coffee in. Next up is a handbag from Vendula, and I always think I'm pronouncing their name wrong, but it is Vendula. £180, and it's Cat's Ruffle Cora bag. It is a handbag which looks like it's an old pub, a cat themed old pub. This brand do a lot of like quite whimsical handbags that have got like shop fronts on, like maybe like half of their stuff is kind of like fake shop fronts. And I'm all about the whimsy, and I think they're just charming and adorable, and I love them. And I haven't bought a new handbag for 2.5 years, and I was like, it's so cute, but it's also spacious, and I like to carry a lot of stuff with me. So I was like, let's just say I think I very much could have talked myself into buying it, but no, I will be firm, because it's a low spend year and I really want to not disappoint myself. So I looked at my stash and I was like, oh, what do I have? Well, I have my current handbag, which is from Vendula and is not a gorgeous shop front, but it's very much cat themed. So there's a cat shaped handle and little cat shaped studs, and it's gorgeous, and I love the colour and I love the size and I love this bag. So I'm just going to keep using the gorgeous bag that I already have. But as I was saying that, I remembered I have another bag in a bag. If I decide that I don't want a pink bag and I want the black one, I have this, which is like a camera pouch kind of bag, which again has the the cat studs on it because I'm a 37-year-old lady and I like things with cats on them. Next thing is a vase, which is a pink glass and bauble vase from Sass and Belle, and it cost £18.49. I am so into buying flowers right now. I really like getting a fresh bunch of flowers in the house most weeks. I only have one vase and it's a big vase. It's the perfect size for if you get like a bunch from the florist, but I don't buy big bunches of flowers from the florist. I buy the cheap little, you know, £5 little posies from the supermarket, and it's too big. It's too big for my tiny little posy. So I need a smaller vase, and I don't have any other vases, but what I do have is this. What this is a strawberry shaped patterned drinking glass. It used to have a mason jar lid and straw on it. I still have the straw, but the lid was metal and it rusted, which was worrying. But I had this for quite some time. I've maybe got this like longer than that, maybe 3 years ago, just from Asda. It was very, very budget friendly, and now it is my vase for my little tiny bunches of flowers. And to really show that it's made the transition from drinking receptacle to vase, I tied a little bit of twine around it in a nice bow, so it looks very artisanal. Next up is a dress from Monkey, the puff sleeve purple floral mini wrap dress, which is £25. We've been having some really warm weather and I am at my worst when I'm overheated, so I'm going to choose to believe that this item represents to me a desire to have cool dresses that I can wear in the warm weather so I can feel cute, comfortable, not like a sweaty swamp hag. My goals are very low. And I was really worried here because I didn't think I had a lot of summer kind of dresses. And then I remembered that I bought a bunch of dresses in the sale last year, the summer sale, and I put them aside to wear this year. Did I remember that? No. I found them when I was going through my stuff trying to put things in a charity shop donation bag, and was like, these still have tags on them and they fit. I already have these 3 gorgeous dresses. They are all from Joni. They are all from the sale department. This one is actually older than the other 2. This one I have had for maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half. This one I've had since 2022. Just, I'm not sure of the month. And then I have these 2 gorgeous dresses. So I'm good. I have these 2. I have a linen dress, which is black, and I'm sitting on the stool where it lives because I've got storage in the stool that I'm sitting on. And I think that's probably it for my summer. Like, definitely good for summer, but could wear with layers for cooler weather, or when Scotland remembers that it's Scotland, it doesn't need to be really warm. So I feel much better knowing that I have some clothes that I will feel cute in when the weather is warm. And this last item almost broke my resolve. The amount of times I have put these into my shopping basket is ridiculous. I am in love with a pair of shoes. My name is Callie and I am in love with a pair of shoes. The Paula Babies from Suzanne. I feel the world and its wife has a pair of these, but I don't. They are £160 and I know I would probably have to pay customs because they would come from France. There is a branch of Suzanne in London, but I'm not going to London to buy shoes. Maybe one day, but like right now, well, first of all, low spend year, and second of all, my My wages do not stretch to going to London to buy shoes that are already expensive. I love multiple colours of these. I am in love with the violet pair, I'm in love with the blue pair, I'm in love with the black pair, I'm in love with the nude pair, I love the kind of mustardy yellow pair, and I'm also in love with this gorgeous burgundy pair. And I sort of thought the burgundy pair is the best representation here because this colour would go so well with at least 8 outfits, at least 8 dresses that I own and wear. It would just slot really nicely into my wardrobe. But I'm not buying clothes right now, and I'm not spending £160 on a pair of shoes. I do just want to say that I make shoes last. I will wear a pair of shoes. My feet have not grown since I was 12. I will wear a pair of shoes until they die. And even then, I will continue to wear them while there are holes in the soles that have started to wear away from the rest of the body of the shoe, that even if I get the sole cobbled, there's still a giant hole because the shoe has come apart from the shoe. So yeah, I wear shoes. I get my money's worth out of shoes. I don't have any shoes that look like these angels from above. I haven't bought new shoes since I actually checked, with the exception of a pair of trainers that replaced a pair that literally fell apart, and a pair of boots that also fell apart when I was walking to the library. That was not fun. I bought those 2 pairs of shoes last year. Prior to that, I had not bought shoes since 2020, and all the rest of my shoes are older. So I don't have anything that's kind of like this isn't even a current style, this is a timeless style. But I don't have anything like these. But I do have like a strappy number. There's no heel. I don't own any heels. I think I'm like, oh, I'm an adult, I should have a clippy cloppy heel. I have no clippy cloppy heels. I have these, which are a sort of cute, kind of strappy, round toe shoe. Well, is it round? Kind of round. That I got from my friend. She had bought them from Vinted and they were too big for her and she gave them to me, and they're still too big for me. So I've got an insole in them, but I can't run in them because, well, I can't run, but also they're like the smidgiest bit still too big. So if not for the ankle strappies, I would fear that I would come out of the shoes and just launch myself. So I have these that are kind of similar, but if it was coming down to colour, the closest I have are these. But I mean, these not really similar style wise, but colour wise, these go with so many things. These are a gorgeous pair of Oxford brogues that my parents bought me when I moved to Aberdeen in 2014. So these are 10 years old. Told you, I keep things forever. And they are really, really comfortable. They're a little, they're not even looking that bad. They're well worn, but I love them. They're not perfect substitutions, but they'll, you know, scratch that itch. And I cannot justify this much money on shoes, even though I love them. Let's move on to books. I feel I'm getting less emotional about the books this month than usual because I'm so emotional about this silly clip-cloppy shoes that I feel belong to a different version of me that doesn't even exist, but she would if I had those shoes. Anyway, books. I have some non-fiction on here. I have Once in a Millennial by Kate Kennedy. I am obsessed with millennial pop culture. I am a millennial. I love a wee nostalgic trip down memory lane, and I have seen a few people talking about this book and it just sounded like the exact Venn diagram of interests that I have. I may use an Audible credit for this. Just thought of that now because I keep forgetting I have Audible credits because while I'm not buying new books, I didn't cancel my Audible subscription, so I still have that, which means I can still, it's not cheating. It's like my allowances. So I could get that on there because I saw that today. I'm thinking while I'm talking. I also really want to get Dress Code by Veronique Hyland. This book, again, I like clothes. I like non-fiction about fashion. I like non-fiction about, again, pop culture. So this book sounds perfect. My library actually has this, so I'm going to get a copy of this from my library. The next three books are what I have categorized as chaotic, because I love me some chaos. And sometimes I read books that claim that they're going to be chaotic and they do not deliver. So I then go looking for more chaos. So first up is Piglet by Lottie Hazel. I did use an Audible credit for this because, like I said, I forget that I have my Audible subscription. I make my way through a decent amount of books from their unlimited catalogue as well as my monthly one, but I just forgot and I used a credit for this. So I have it. The Herd by Andrea Bartz. This not only seems chaotic, but also seems to be a toxic friendship, which you know I love in a book. And finally, Liquid, Fragile, Perishable by Carolyn Rubler. I love books with bees on them as well. That just needs to be said. I've never read a book with a bee theme on the cover that I haven't loved. So I think I'm gonna love this, but I also have heard that it's a little bit wild and I'm here for it. So if we add all of this up, ooh, a lot of money this month. I bought all of these items that I so covet, I would have spent £480.61. That is ridiculous. That is a lot of money. A lot of money. Yeah, that's also 3 pairs of those shoes. I'm not buying those shoes. Don't let me buy those shoes. I want them. But I could buy them in December. If they still have them when I finish my low spend year on the 28th of December, if they still or the 27th, I will need to double check. But if they still have them, let's say January, if they still have them in January, it was fate, it was meant to be. And if they don't, I'll just cry about it because it wasn't meant to be. And you know, there we are. So I'm very glad that I have shopped my stash this month, mainly because I found 3 dresses that I had put aside and forgotten about. And I just had a coughing fit with the excitement of finding, well, 3 new outfits to wear. I swear I'm not crying about the shoes. I just coughed. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go and get some water. Bye.